a very exciting morning. We're getting a lot done. Probably one of the earlier mornings we've gotten going. It's cooler, and you can see we've got a full-blown electrical projects going on. And we're very lucky to have our friend Connor Smith here. Connor lives on a, what is it, 47 foot? 44 foot sailboat here in Miami. He survived Hurricane Irma, and he knows a lot about pretty much everything. So he's here as our adult supervision, and just helping us. They're doing some brackets now for the solar panels and the awning, and he's helping us and overseeing our electrical. And I was saying in a previous video, it's really important to make sure that you consult with people that actually know what they're doing, because then if you don't, you could have all sorts of problems. So we've got our wiring diagrams. I showed you those before. We got them printed out. Bowie is in the penalty box because he just can't handle himself at the moment. And we're just taking it slow and steady, double checking everything, and making progress. Hopefully we'll have this thing done within the next week. Fingers crossed. Best parts about camping is not having all the amenities that you have at home, but there are a few things that can really make life just a little bit more comfortable, and one of them is shade from both the sun and from rain. So to do this, we found this really cool awning, and it was a little bit tricky to find because the Teardrop is such a small size that we needed something that would fit on our racks like this, but we found this really cool awning from a company called ARB. And they're based in an Australian company, but they also sell in North America. So we've got this thing mounted up. We've never actually deployed it yet, and so I'm gonna just record it and see how long it takes me to do it. I haven't looked at the instructions. I have no idea how to do it. I think that's a good, honest test to see, because you really want something that goes up easily. And supposedly this goes up easily, so we will find out. Well, that was pretty anticlimactically easy. It took about a minute. A nice surprise is this is actually the same color as the wood in the Teardrops. That looks really cool. But yeah, this is super easy. It has some nice framing here. Oh, I missed stuff. What's this? Oh man, fancy. Oh, cool. Oh, look at this. This is even better. I thought we had figured it out, but I wasn't even started. All right, hold on, give me a minute. I wasn't done. So this thing is quite slick. I got a little bit over eager there, and hadn't realized I hadn't finished the installation. But basically, a walkthrough about this: you have the cloth that folds out from the container here. This is a metal frame. It looks like aluminum, and then you have these rods that come up and really give a lot of stability to the side, and you have these vertical rods that come in, and these are all like attached. They're not going to pop out and go anywhere. They're permanently part of the system. And then you have these little ropes, and I hadn't really thought about it, but we're doing this on some tile, so we didn't really have the right place to put the stakes in. This comes with stakes, so I had to kind of tie it off here. But yeah, there she is. Really nice. I'd say definitely less than 2 minutes, and really sturdy. This is really cool. Perfect size. I'm walking right underneath it I'm about 6'1", so I can walk right in here. Starting to hit my head a little bit right here, but that's okay. Got the door, so now we should be able to kind of come in if it's raining, have like a little bit of a dry space so it's not all muddy, and if it's sunny, giving us a little bit of shade. That's awesome. Another really cool thing, while we were looking on the ARB website, we've gone through quite a few folding camping chairs over the years, and typically we just kind of find whatever we find on Amazon and get them, but they just don't seem to last very long, and we don't like to waste stuff. So we found these really beefy folding chairs on the ARB website, and these are definitely the beefiest folding chairs I have ever seen. I think they're rated for 300 pounds, which at the rate this build is affecting me, I'm well on my way. But these are awesome. So we got a couple of these. These are going to be our official chairs for the upcoming trip. And man, they feel really good. They got a nice little table here, put your drinks and stuff. So if we want to just kind of sit back, maybe work on some videos, do some editing, have dinner, that kind of thing, having a good beefy chair that's not going to break and you're going to fall through is pretty important. So yeah, ARB, awesome job. This looks fantastic.
So we got the headliner in, which is this gray foam. This covers up all the wiring and prevents condensation from building up and dripping on our heads while we try to sleep, and also just makes it kind of cozier and prettier, I think. We got this in too, which is just kind of covers it up. It makes it look good. All of our control panel stuff and switches are up front, so that turns everything off. Our fans are working. And these turn, which is sweet. We've got this one working too. We've got our dimmers. Hi, Booey. Booey. Good boy. We've got our dimmers here. It's for under there. And then this one does the top, little mood lighting. And then the rest of our wires are running through here. So we've got them running under the box, out here, up, and then out into the galley on the other side of here. So we're gonna put the mattress in now, which means the inside's pretty much done, which is super exciting.
All right, we're about to test the functionality of charging the trailer off the car. And we've got Connor here. He's gonna walk you through what we're about to test.
So we have these large connectors here, which runs power right from the battery through a fuse to the back of this tailgate. There we go. And so when we connect these connectors, we'll have power available to the Teardrop right from the car battery. This runs into the main electrical station here. The power comes in this big bundle of wires to these charging controllers. These are DC-DC converters to take the power in from the alternator and to decide how best to charge this battery. And so it converts it from the whatever's available at the battery into charging current to the deep cycle battery here. The beauty is that if this battery does get fully charged from solar, which is also input in this charging controller, can actually backfeed power and recharge the battery in the car in case you leave the interior light on or something.
That's epic.
So good redundancy.
Did you get all that, everybody? Pretty simple, right?
When we plug the connector into the car, the alternator in power should have the little light turn on to indicate there's power available from the alternator in which to charge the battery here.
Okay, and we've never done this before. This is you're getting
first time
getting it live.
Pull this safety connector off.
Okay.
And when I plug this in, despite the car being off, it may start charging. I'm not really sure. We'll find out. All right, and so sure enough, we got a green light indicating we have power in from the alternator. Woohoo! All right. The little light here shows that it's not charging yet. So I wonder, once we start the vehicle, when the DC power in the starting battery goes high enough, I wonder if it starts putting power into the house battery.
All right,
let's see. Sure enough, once the car started and the alternator started charging the starting battery, it goes above a certain threshold voltage, and now the DC-DC converter is bringing the power from the car into the house battery here. So we see that the little light indicates that the alternator power is available to charge the battery here, and it's also available to run appliances like lights and things.
And we can go inside. We should be able to see how many amps are coming in.
Honestly, yes. It's
All right.
actually very exciting.
Here we go. Coming in.
Look at that. All right, so 14 volts. We're charging at 3.9 amps right now. I think it's so low simply because the battery is fully charged. We show 100% capacity. So as the battery fills up, this requires less amperage to top it off. So it's doing like a 4 amp trickle charge right now, which is awesome. Okay, so we have a really fancy voltmeter here. It's a multimeter, which has a Hall effect probe on top, and this allows you to measure the current running through a wire without having to disrupt the wire itself. So we can clamp this over any wire and measure how much current is running. So we can confirm how much power we are charging. We can clip positive wire, so there we are. So 3.7 amps into the battery currently. And we can test to see where that's coming from. This is the solar input, so we'll see what the solar is producing. Currently the solar is putting 0 power in because we're completely in the shade and it's a cloudy day. We can check the alternator in, 3.7. So all of the power available to charge the battery is coming from the car alternator right now.
We're gonna try to turn on the inverter from inside for the first time.
Oh!
Whoa!
That is such a cool screen.
There we go. We have a load of 0, and now we're gonna plug something in. Computer back here.
Good. Wow, it's running over 20 amps. It's a bunch of power it's charging.
So one thing we're really excited that we added to the Teardrop is a portable shower. Because Patrick and I have gone pretty stinky on the road. When you're out there for a month or so, or even like weeks at a time, it gets kind of stinky and you need to be able to shower. And we've done it in rest stops in the rain before in a bikini, and that was a little awkward. So we're looking for a better solution now. And this is what we found. It's called the Big Kahuna. And we've kind of tied it down to this platform that we added on in the front tongue here. So it basically provides a little bit more support for the box where we have all of our electronic stuff, battery and inverter and things like that. And this provides a spot for the Big Kahuna. So the way this works is it's basically, it runs on a pump, so it runs off of 12 volt power, and it has a hose, and you fill it up. So I'm going to fill it up with water, and we can test it out. Let's see. Woo! Look how far I can get it. Like, that's crazy.
Miles north of Miami, and everything's working great. We went through a few rainstorms, we didn't have any leaks, and so we're gonna just keep driving and follow our adventure over the next few weeks. And thank you everyone for following the build series. It's been a total blast. Thank you to all the sponsors that helped us along the way to make this happen. And yeah, it's been a fun 5 months sharing all this with you, and we can't wait to do another project in the future. Bye.